Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Solomon Scott Selections here for Tuesday, April 19th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in the NBA with the 76ers -7 at -110 on DraftKings. Should have been a rocking chair. Then it got a little bit dicey for no reason in the fourth quarter. But Philadelphia made enough plays late to hold on, and they won by 15. So nice winner for us. Look for another winner here on Tuesday. And for the play today, we're going to go back to the NBA, looking at a matchup between the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies for Game 2 of that series, taking place at around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play today, we're going to take a player prop in this one. We're going to take Steven Adams under 6.5 points at -120 on DraftKings. Time recording of 9:10 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the under here for Adams. First of all, shopping around -120 is a great price. You can find the same bet under 6.5 points at -138 on Fox Bet and a -141 on Bet Online. So just by shopping around, you can save yourself about 20 cents, which I will do each and every time. And I expect to see a lot more under money coming in on this prop. Now, to go through game one, we know that even though Memphis lost, they still scored 117 points. However, Steven Adams contributed 0 points to that 117. He did not score. To make matters worse, he did not attempt a single shot from the floor, and he also did not attempt a single free throw. So at no point did Adams even look at the rim in his 24 minutes of playing time, and I do expect that to be the case once again. He might score maybe a layup or two, but we know Adams really does not have any, let's just say, offensive skills. We know that when it comes to jump shooting, it's non-existent. We know that when it comes to post moves, he is relatively stiff, and he's not the same guy he used to be at Oklahoma City. Most of his offense really comes down to offensive rebounds and putbacks, and the Timberwolves really did a great job of keeping him off the boards. He only had 3 rebounds in game one. On top of that, he's been awful offensively leading up to the playoffs anyway. But to go through the last 4 games, including the playoffs, he has scored less than 5 points in each of those 4 games. So offensively, he's been even less of a factor than he was during the course of the season. On top of that, he's played against Minnesota 5 times this season. You had 4 regular season meetings and game 1, and he has scored less than 7 points in each of those 5 meetings. So I do expect history to repeat itself once again here on Tuesday. Now, the one concern you have with taking a big man under his player prop for points is the potential free throws. And we know that if he's going to be in the paint the entire time, potentially getting rebounds, potentially getting hacked, then maybe he could go over. But Adams is really not a good free throw shooter either. Adams only shot 54.3% from the foul line in the regular season. So even if Adams on a good day attempts 4 free throws, there's no guarantee he's even going to make 2 of them. So I do expect him to really struggle at the line once again if he's put there in this matchup. On top of that, I got to look at his overall impact or lack thereof in game 1. I mentioned the fact that he scored 0 points and he had only 3 rebounds, and we know that Adams is one of the best rebounding bigs in the league. So if he's not going to be scoring, he's not going to be rebounding, then at least he's good at defense. Well, not so much, because he got absolutely torched in game 1 by Karl-Anthony Towns. We know that Adams was the primary defender for Towns, and yet Towns still scored 29 points, had 13 rebounds, and went 11 for 18 from the floor. So Adams really didn't do anything in game 1. He couldn't do anything on the boards. He couldn't do anything offensively. He couldn't do anything defensively, which makes me believe that if you want to talk about adjustments that Memphis could make for game 2, Adams should really not be playing that much in the series. They might have to give him the Nets Andre Drummond role, where you play him like 15 to 18 minutes, and then you let Jackson be your center for the majority of the game, or even bring in Tillman to give you some minutes off the bench. But Adams is really just a terrible matchup in this series because he's too slow to guard Towns. He has to guard the perimeter because, of course, Towns can shoot threes. And on top of that, he's also too slow to guard pick and roll. And he gives you nothing offensively. So the point is that I do believe that Jenkins will make some adjustments. I expect to see Adams play less than 24 minutes in game 2. And we already know Adams is not looking for a shot in the first place. So 6.5 is way too high, especially for a guy who's gone under this number in each of the 5 meetings. I really don't see how Adams is going to go over unless he gets a bunch of offensive rebound putbacks. But once again, the limited or reduced playing time should definitely limit those opportunities. I expect Adams to probably finish with around 2 or 4 points. I don't think he's going to go 0 again. But 6.5 is way too high. I'm going to take the under. So then once again, here for Tuesday, April 19th, is going to be on Steven Adams under 6.5 points at -120 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.